This chart shows about a 5-hour span between the 16th, on the 16th and on the 18th of February 2019. And the top row is the 16th, the second row is the 18th, and the bottom row is an overlay of the two by hour. So we're about a 5-hour segment here. So what I'm going to do is take these dimmed out ones and I'm going to overlay them with the hour before and the hour after in a lot of cases here. You see there isn't much movement. Now on the 18th, that's the next row down. This is the 16th. But on the next row down, that's the day that I got about a 4-hour stretch of no movement at all on the moon. But there's very little movement here, if any, at this point. And that's on February 16th. I didn't see that backward deal. I think I overlaid it the wrong way. If I put the 18th on top of the 16th, it's going to be reverse. So I'm going to go through this 5 hours, and then I'm going to go through the 18th, the 5 hours there. Then I'm going to overlay the two, and you'll see the that the moon actually has shifted counterclockwise. The rotation has always been normally clockwise, but it seems that it's moving day by day, moving counterclockwise as well. And all I'm doing here is just sizing it the same size, but you can see that it's just moving forward. Don't get confused. I did for a minute. When I pulled it forward 1 hour and backwards, it makes a difference. But it's moving forward clockwise. At the end, you'll notice that the 2200 hour, that the 2 days I do a comparison to the 16th and the 19th, there's a big difference in the motion of the moon, and that's at the very end. But watch it carefully, because you may see something I don't. Also, I was watching the crater at the bottom. I forget what they call it. You see the Sea of Crises on the top, and the other crater with all the lines going out from it. They line up almost perfectly. So we don't have any movement here yet on the 18th. And these are by the hour, and there's very little difference in the time, maybe 10 minutes at the most. Tried to get them every hour. It's starting to get a speck of movement there, I think. When it starts getting blurry, it usually means there's some kind of movement going on. But doing a transparency and putting it over the top is a good way to make a comparison with these moons. And you can resize them if you need to, if they're shot at different zooms. And now I'm trying to keep it at 2000 millimeter. You see all the lines on that? You can see it's moving for sure. Just a little bit though. I move it back and forth to help you see which one is which. Now this is exciting. I'm thinking we're going to find some interesting things. We keep looking at this, but this is actual movement. This isn't any stupid field rotation or anything like that. This is real. But you can see that's just a progression clockwise. If I take the hour before and put it over, it looks like it went backwards, but it hasn't. Yeah, the 200 hour and 23, there's very little movement, but on the 16th there was a lot of movement, and I'll compare those two at the end. These two are both transparent, but overlay them anyway. Hard to get it set on there just perfect. And now we'll go to the fun part. This is what I called you about earlier on the counterclockwise between the 2 days. I've just copied the 16th and overlaid it over the 18th. And you can see the 18th underneath has gone counterclockwise. And I think we'll find that this is common. Now the things that we're finding, we may find something entirely different than what we expect. But every one of these, it's counterclockwise, and it gets progressively larger amount as we go through these. This is actually a good way to compare the different shots. Now we take a pretty big jump when we get up to this one. I mean, combine what it progressively moved, but it about doubled that on this one in an hour's time. That's random speeds. Can't have that with something floating in outer space. It's under its own propulsion and braking system. Now I'm going to compare these to the 18th and see how much it's moved. A little bit. It progressed forward a little bit. I'm overlaying the hour before. Now the same hours on the 16th, just a couple days before. Look at the jump on that. I mean, there's quite a difference, almost double or more. More than double. About 3 times the Sea of Crises on that one. So it's not moving at the same speed every day. That's for sure. And I thought the backward counterclockwise was real interesting. Okay, enjoy.